Hi guys, in today's video I have a little surprise for you. We are going to be turning this baptism arrangement I just did into something totally different. I hope you guys stick around and enjoy. Hi guys, welcome back. So I had promised you that we were going to turn this arrangement into something different, and I wanted to show you my recent purchase. This beautiful bunny. Now, because Easter is coming up, all the Easter decor is up on the stores, and I had found this one, and I thought, what a cute add-on to my arrangements. Essentially is really for me and my house, but I can also use it as a rental piece. So I decided to turn this garland right here that I have done a baptism slash communion mock-up to market my business into something a little bit more different, taking this cross out, adding some of the different balloons here, and adding this cute little bunny. Now, this bunny reminds me a lot like Peter Rabbit, so I'm going for that look. But before I go ahead and start with changing this look, first things first, I need to take this LED cross away from my arrangement, and so I can show you how I hooked it up. I just basically use fish line to hold my cross, and I added a magnet. So my arch is really metal, so this magnet hooks on it, and then my cross just hangs. So nothing to it, but I'm gonna be putting this away. I wanna use the balloons that I had inflated, and today I happened to see this bunny and I purchased it, and I thought maybe I can do this arrangement to market something different, and that's what I did. Now, for this bubble balloons, if you saw my last video where I did the under the sea theme, I had these bubble balloons all inflated, and when I took it apart, I decided to recycle them. These, I definitely can use them again, and here's a proof of that. So I just don't get rid of them. If my client doesn't want them, then I'll take them, because these are expensive and they will last a lifetime, really. So I decided to make my whole piece a little bit more whimsical by adding these bubble balloons, and I think it just gives the whole piece a whole different look. Now, like I had mentioned before, I'm going for this like Peter Rabbit look, not so much Eastery kind of thing, but more like Peter Rabbit, because I want to be able to market this for not just Easter, but also baby showers that I know these are very popular. And although I love the look of the garland itself, I figured to just make it more Peter Rabbit look, if you know what I mean. Like, it's very green, a lot of greens and a lot of artificial flowers, you know what I'm saying. And I wanted to make it more whimsical as well by adding the bubble balloons. And here you see me, strategically putting them where I see fit. I only have a few, I couldn't save a lot of them, and but I think for this piece in particular, what I have is enough. I have few different sizes of bubble balloons, and I just, add a 260 balloon, kind of like make a bracelet, and just hook them on my garland. Nothing to it really, but this is the look that I'm trying to go for. So I am trying to do more videos for you guys. It's a little bit slow with my business, and in so many ways, I know it sounds awful, but I'm kind of glad, because the weather has been really bad with snowstorms. So not been able to go out there and risk my life trying to get to a setup with a car filled with balloons. It's sort of a blessing in disguise, but I take these moments to make up mock-ups of these pieces, and here I'm showing you, this is the green I will be using. It's eucalyptus green from Callison brand, and I'm just going to start adding these mini garlands with my 5-inch balloons to add a different color. Like, remember, I said Peter Rabbit is the look, and that's what I'm going for. And in the storybooks, they have this eucalyptus or sage green. So I think it's going to add a lot of dimension. Now, I'm only using the 5-inch balloons, not my 12-inch or my 18-inch, because this arch is a 3D kind of cylinder or cubish kind of thing, and although it's pretty big, it's not that big. I don't want to lose the design behind it to make it look organic, but also seeing some peekabooing from the actual arch. So if I keep adding bigger balloons, I'm gonna end up covering the whole thing. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to inflate my 5-inch balloons, make the mini garlands, and just add little touches here and there of this beautiful green. And then what I decided to do is take the little 5-inch balloons that are the baby blue, take them out so that I can incorporate the green. I think sometimes, even though it's a packed arch with balloons, I think less is more in some ways. So I already have way too many colors, which can be busy on the eye. So I think instead of just adding these on top of it, I'm just gonna remove the baby blue out of it and add some green. You'll see what I mean by that. But anyways, as I was saying before, it's been a little slow with my business. So instead of me just sitting, not doing anything, waiting for the next business to come through, every good business knows that marketing is huge. So if I can make mock-ups, take pictures, and market, people love the visuals, what you can do. So I take this time and opportunity to create things where I can market myself. And if you follow me in my other social medias, you'll see I'm constantly posting, because the more you post, the more people watch your stuff, and then they hire you for business. So in this case, I just want to make sure that I have some content, even though I'm not as busy and waiting for the next event. I'm just going to market. And believe it or not, I've done this for 4 years now, and some of my clients see my garlands that I've done as a mock-up, and they say, I want the exact same colors, I want this look, and I end up doing it as an actual business. So here you see I'm just playing with the idea of where should I put this thing, and right about here is where I decided, okay, I'm gonna take the 5-inch balloons, the baby blues, and take them out completely, and I just add my greens on them. Now, I save my balloons. Even though these are mock-ups, I'm always saving my balloons because you can't recycle them. So because I know how to tie them to a point where I don't damage my fingers when I tie them, but also leaving this little loophole here so I can just pull them apart and go ahead and deflate my balloons, just like you see here. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of this because I do intend to save my little balloons. So here you see me basically doing that. This takes time too. Don't think that, just setting up a mock-up doesn't take time, but sometimes taking them apart also takes quite a bit of time, you guys. And here you have it. This is what I do when I have to do my mock-ups. And sometimes I have to speed up the video for you guys because I know you guys get bored about, hearing me talk for a long time or seeing me do things repetitively. But this is what it entails. This is why people charge what they charge, because it takes time, and it is time consuming, and it is labor that nobody wants to do, but it has to get done to, accomplish these beautiful things. So now, I'm going to utilize my 260 balloons that are acting as rubber bands to hook my little mini garlands. So here, as you can see, I'm taking these apart one by one. Could I put them to the side and do them later? Yes, but sometimes I get lazy, so might as well get rid of them now as I go. And it is a little bit of a tedious thing to do, but I have to do it anyway. So let's speed this video up. And just like magic, here we are, placing my mini garlands on my arrangement, and you can already tell how the look is changing, how the green is giving it a different look to my whole garland. And I am so happy with this color. I have to say, these colors that you see and on this video are, if not my most requested colors. These are colors that I keep in stock. The baby blue, the tan, the eucalyptus, they're definitely a favorite ones for baby showers. So I have to keep in mind that, christenings are coming, baptisms, baby showers, first birthdays, and so forth. So I have to mark it. Now, here are some eucalyptus artificial greenery. There's no pokey at the end. These I order from Amazon. Don't ask me about the link. I don't do those things. So, but you can search them on Amazon just by typing eucalyptus artificial flowers. And these are the best. I love the look. And when I think of the movie, the storybook, the whimsical of Peter Rabbit, I think of a lot of greenery. And it's something that, as you have seen in prior videos of mine, or even like short films, that I love working with another medium that brings the garland to another level. It's not just balloons anymore. It's like a, piece of art, so to speak. And I just love greenery. I don't know what it is. I just think it makes it more elegant, more luxurious, like high end. And the more greenery, the better it is for me. So I'm keeping the original flowers that I have, which are those blue stems. And I'm adding these eucalyptus green. You're gonna notice that with me, with every setup that I have, whether it's at a client's house or whatever, I always step back to look at the whole picture, because when you're up close to your piece, you really can't see the whole picture. Where's the gap that needs to be filled, right? So where it makes sense to put them. So I just gently tuck them in between my balloons, and you will think that they'll fall or slide off. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Just gotta find your own ways, your tricks. I just tuck them in very snug in there, and they don't fall apart. So I've done them for many other events, and I've never run into trouble. But I've heard of people that, use an 260 balloon, stretchy balloon or rubber bands to tuck their greenery. I don't do that. I think it's a waste of time. So I just tuck them very nicely, and that's it. I want this garland to be a little bit different than the other one, by utilizing the same arch and the same balloons and giving it a different feel for it. So I'm just using whatever I have in hand, and I knew I wanted to add so much greenery, and this is what I'm doing. These, just for those that are asking, if you're doing it as a business, if you're doing it out of your house and these belong to you, good to go. But for a business question that I know some of my followers have, these greeneries are rentals. I do not leave them for the client to take. Absolutely not, because greenery can be very expensive, you guys. I mean, it adds up, okay? So I buy in bulk, and I love my greenery, so I don't leave it behind. Absolutely not. So what do, right? Most of my greenery I use when I know that I'm gonna go back to the event for my arch. So since I have to go and do the cleanup and return with my arch, of course I gotta, pick up my greenery. If I know that I'm not going to go back to the event, I always offer my clients, hey, if you want to buy your own greenery, go for it, and I'll just help you tuck it in into the piece. I'll help you set it all up the day of the install. But I definitely want my greenery. That's something that I've collected for so many events, and every time I find something. So again, don't ask me where I find certain things, because wherever I see things that I like, I just get them. It's just me. I love a good deal as well. So here you see me put in the eucalyptus, and now I have what also seems like a different eucalyptus plant. I don't know what these are called, but you will recognize them. These are, I don't even know what they are, really, but they're also artificial flowers, and same thing, I got them from Amazon, and they're like this cream pompons kind of thing. So I think it's so cute. So I decided to put some on the top, because I had some things at the bottom and at the middle of my arch, but I didn't want not to continue the look on the top, since I'm putting greenery on the top as well. It just looked very empty on the top. So I decided to add a few of these and just tuck them in. And I love to work with bunches of different things. I think it makes it more organic looking, not just, so yeah, that's what you see me do. But be careful, you guys, because some of the stems are very sharp and they can poke your balloons. And you'll see with the other ones that I placed in how the ends are like needles. And I have poked balloons in the past, don't get me wrong. So that's what I'm saying. Just be very careful. If you ever see that it's too pokey, like these are gorgeous, right? But look at these. The ends are like needles and they're sharp. So these I just tuck very gently. I don't force it in, I just find a place to tuck it in. But if you are ever worried about it, what I do is I just grab duct tape or painter's tape and tape the ends of it, so that way it limits this pokiness on my balloons. And that's just a little trick that I hope you guys take notes on and it doesn't come up later on, but here you go. So we've come to the end of our video, and here is me next to my garland for size reference. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hi guys, so this is the video for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this Peter Rabbit sort of arrangement using something I already have and turning it into something different. So I hope you guys enjoyed the look of it. And again, this is pretty much the height difference. So even though in pictures it may look a little bit different, this is how big this is. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and for more videos like this, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button below. Leave me your comments, your questions. I'll do my best to answer all of them. And again, don't forget to hit that follow. So I hope to see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.